a happy pregnancy announcement, a total power couple, and a media firestorm that was ignited by just two words. In this explainer, we're going to untangle how one single tweet managed to create such a massive controversy.
And this is it. These are the two words, child support. That's the whole thing. It was posted on X by former NFL star Antonio Brown, and, at first glance it seems totally random, but as we're about to see, it was anything but.
So, why all the chaos? How could this simple phrase cause such an uproar? Well, to really get it, we have to rewind a little bit. We need to look at the event that really set the stage, a piece of really happy news that was, up until that point, completely uncomplicated.
Right? So before all the drama, there was this moment of just pure celebration. This story really kicks off with a huge announcement from one of entertainment's biggest power couples. When this news broke, social media just lit up. I mean, it's the kind of announcement fans absolutely love to see. You've got a music icon and a star athlete coming together to grow their family. It's a feel-good story. And in the middle of all this excitement, Cardi B was super public about how supportive Diggs was. She was in interviews describing how he made her feel confident, like she could, and I'm quoting here, take over the world. This public image of them as this strong, unified team, that is an absolutely crucial piece of this story. And this is where Antonio Brown's two-word tweet enters the picture. And believe me, its timing wasn't random at all. It was aimed like a laser at a very complicated backstory that was just about to become very, very public. So here's the crucial context. According to a ton of media reports, Diggs was already involved in a separate, pretty messy legal battle with another woman over paternity. So you see, all of a sudden Brown's tweet goes from being some random jad to a very pointed, very public accusation. So let's break down the key players here, because there are four. You've got the central couple, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, just celebrating their news. Then you have the instigator, Antonio Brown, basically lobbing a grenade from the sidelines. And finally, model Aileen LaPera, whose alleged legal dispute with Diggs became the explosive fuel for this whole controversy. So what even is a paternity dispute? Well, it's a legal fight over fatherhood. In this situation, TMZ reported on court documents that were allegedly filed by model Aileen LaPera. And while Diggs himself stayed completely silent, these public reports, well, that's what gave Antonio Brown's tweet its real power. Okay, so with your private life suddenly under this giant microscope, how do you react? Let's take a look at how the central couple, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, handled all of this public drama.
It's actually fascinating. In the face of all this, the couple took two very different, but maybe complementary strategies. Cardi, she just continued to be open and vocal, focusing on the positive stuff, her pregnancy, her happiness. Diggs, on the other hand, went completely quiet, maintaining a very private stance on both the good news and, well, the allegations.
And this is probably the most telling part of their whole strategy. They've chosen silence. Instead of getting dragged into a public back and forth, it seems like they're just focusing on their relationship and ignoring all the outside noise. They're refusing to give the controversy any more oxygen.
So how did this whole thing escalate from just a single tweet into a massive news story? This wasn't just your typical celebrity gossip, it was a perfect storm for viral attention built from a few key ingredients. Yeah, it really wasn't just one thing. It was everything happening all at once. You have A-list fame colliding with elite sports, all sparked by a controversial tweet. But the real accelerant here was the clash, the happy public news crashing headfirst into some really messy private drama. That is the recipe for a viral explosion. Ultimately, this whole saga leaves us with a much bigger question about modern celebrity. When stars share their happy moments with us, does that give everyone else a free pass to comment on their private struggles? It's a really fascinating look at the blurred lines between public personas, private lives, and the immense power of a single social media post.